In this Chilling in the Lounge reaction video, I just want you to close your eyes and imagine that you had four lovely children, raised them to become adults, and then you find out that they're not even your kids. How would you feel? Well, this is what we're going to take a look at today.
When he said to me, "You've got cystic fibrosis," I immediately thought, oh my God, my sister died of that at 29.
Whoa, dang, that's tough. Like, this guy is finding out that he had the same condition that his sister had, and she died at 29. Luckily, he's older than 29, so he's had a chance to live a little longer. So, but, there's probably a few more questions that he probably has for his doctor.
And her death was very hard for me because with cystic fibrosis, you slowly suffocate on your own phlegm. And it took her 2 years to eventually waiting for a heart and lung transplant. And then she died on the operating theatre. So immediately I was just very saddened by that. But
Wow. Learning that he had the same condition that his sister had, probably brought back a lot of memories and brought him to that situation that, is hard. Like, you don't want to have to relive thinking about, the your sister, how she died, everything that she went through, the whole time, having to know that you're sick and you can't do anything about it. And to find out now that he has the same sickness, that's tough. I don't know what I would do. I don't know how I would feel about that.
then when the discussion then turned to fertility, and he said, look, yourself and Emma, you're going to have difficulty having children because you are, as a man with cystic fibrosis, infertile. It was suddenly like being hit by a sledgehammer. I just went, oh my God. You suddenly realise that your children aren't yours. So I
So
said, well,
immediately,
Wow. So he didn't know that the condition affects him having kids. And all this time he's thinking he had these kids with his wife, not knowing that they're not his kids. It's crazy. Like, what do you do from that point on? You can't disown the kids. You've spent so much time with them. You've, just learned to love them in such a way. And now all of a sudden, it's like your life is turned upside down. I can't imagine what he's going through. That's tough. That's a tough one. That I don't know. At that point, it's like, what do you do? What do you do?
you knew the significance of what he just said to you.
Yeah.
yes.
Both of you.
There were medical experts in the room, and it's impossible without IVF for a man with cystic fibrosis to have a baby.
So then I said, well, you must have the diagnosis wrong because I've already got 3 boys. But I sort of was like clutching at straws there.
I would have thought maybe does that mean that he had the condition his whole life? Could it have come on later on in life where maybe after he had his kids, maybe he could have had it, but I don't know. Maybe it seems like it's something that you have your whole life, no matter what. And if you don't know you have it, you just don't know. But yeah, he described it like a sledgehammer. I mean, taking it to the head, like, whoa, that's tough. Like, I don't know what I'd do. That's men don't take stuff like that well at all, and I definitely would not. Oh my God, that's tough. Let's see what else he's saying.
So after that, it became a complete blur for me because it was almost like, I don't know if you've ever hit your head really, really hard and it's like a ringing and you can't see anything that's going on around you. You can't think of anything that's going on around you. It's almost like you just have this ringing in your ears, and it's all the implications of everything as a result of that start, flashing through your mind.
Yep. I mean, you start looking back at everything. I know I would, especially if you've had questions or wondered anything about, you know, about your kids. And I mean, but I don't know. I mean, he had all the money in the world. Why would she want to cheat on a man like that? And think about it. Most women would kill for a millionaire right now. We going through a Kevin Samuels uh, um, time right now where everybody's looking for a millionaire. You know what I'm saying? No matter what it takes, and she's out here cheating on a millionaire. You know, people looking for the money, looking for the man with the money, and she out here cheating. Man, that's crazy. That is crazy. And it's been years, 20 years at that. Man, I don't know. She just lost all of it. So let's see.
Like, what kind of questions are you then immediately asking
He,
yourself?
he just wanted to go straight to phone Kate, his ex-wife, say, Kate, spare me the dignity. Just tell me the truth. Was there anyone else?
When I'd managed to compose myself, it was about an hour later, I sent her a text and I said, look, this text has been in the press, but it was actually repeated verbatim from what I sent to her, and it's still on my phone now. I said to her, look, I've just been diagnosed with cystic fibrosis. I'm not expecting you to be sympathetic about that, because she's a very hard person. And but the reason I'm telling you is that the boys are not likely to have been fathered by me. Now, obviously, there's something's gone on. And if you are honest about it with me, I don't intend to sue you. And you can decide how you want to
Man, I mean, he went about it in a very civil way. Like, I mean, I guess it was a text, but still, like, this is something someone would want to, approach. Male, man, you want to see this person and talk to them face to face and be like, what's going on? How do I have kids? And this doctor is telling me I have this condition. So who are the father of these kids? And men, we want answers. We want to know. And we're usually pissed off, and anything could happen at that point. But he took it to a civil, he basically, straight up just kept it simple, just wanted a straight up answer. Even if it was through text, I don't know, I couldn't do it through text for sure. But that's what he did, man. I had to know face to face. Let me know what it is. And then whatever happens after that point, I don't know, I'll probably black out.
tell the boys. If you want me to be there at the same time, that's fine. But if you lie to me, then I will take action, and I'll decide how I'm telling the boys. And the immediate response I got back was, I am sympathetic, but whatever science says, those boys will always be yours.
Those boys will always be yours.
Which was
It's slightly different than saying you are definitely the dad. When you were diagnosed, your sons were 21 and the twins were 17, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's three kids, two a set of twins, and an older son. And wow, you mean none of those kids are his? And she would have just played this off if he never found out. That's messed up. That's really messed up. I don't know, man. That's crazy.
When your then wife was pregnant on those occasions, did you ever suspect, have any inkling, ever think, oh, that's a bit odd, at the time of the pregnancy, through the birth, afterwards?
There was one or two occasions that after the boys were born, I thought that they didn't resemble me as much as you'd imagine that boys would.
They didn't look like you?
Well, they've got darker eyes than me. I'd have almost no body hair.
I mean, in reality, he would never know. I mean, sometimes it's it goes back generations. So Your kids aren't gonna always look like you. The only way you can guarantee and find out is if you do a DNA test. So just looking at the boys and just assuming that they don't look like you will never tell him that's not his kids, because they could still be his kids and not look like him. They might look like somebody in her family, they might look like somebody in his family, and sometimes that's just how it goes. So I don't think, he could go based off of that. So and apparently he didn't try to find anything out. He didn't try to take a test. He didn't do anything of that nature. So
And the boys have got very dark hairs on their legs and things like that. But around the time that she got pregnant, we'd been having unprotected sex for 7 years. Nothing had happened. Now, she always said to me, I have a tilted womb. I don't know what that is, but it means that it's harder for a woman to get pregnant. So we'd always thought it was her, and we'd gone for fertility treatment to see the GP to start the fertility process. And the GP said, well, the first thing that has to happen is you have to be tested, Mr. Mason, and then we test your wife. Now, it's likely to be 3 occasions of IVF that you're going to need. They're about £5,000 a time, so it's £15,000. But after that, there's a good chance you will have a baby. So when we went home, we both were working at Barclays at the time, and
and he's a millionaire, so that's nothing. Well, I'm hoping he was a millionaire then. I mean, but you know, that's crazy. They went for all these tests, and you're telling me from that point they never found out or realized that this man could not have kids? That's weird. That's crazy. Like, didn't they do all their homework? I don't know. That's just me assuming, but I mean, let's see what else he has to say. If there's a reason why they didn't find out that he had this condition or whatever the case is.
she said, look, we've got our careers. We're both, I mean, yuppies was in the 80s, really like popular term for young people who were doing well in their careers. She said, we're both yuppies, let's just carry on with our careers and see how it goes. A few months later, she was pregnant. So I thought, oh my God, that's weird, because, you often hear of people going for treatment and then suddenly naturally get pregnant. And she said, oh, it's just one of those things. So I did
Wow.
feel a little bit like that's a surprise, because we go to start the IVF, then decide not to, and she gets pregnant.
This is, I mean, you've described the turmoil.
They probably thought it was I mean, I would have thought it was a miracle, like, you know, but it's, you never know, man. Sometimes you gotta, if you feel that doubt, go with your gut and check it out, Wow. Damn, that's a tight rhyme right there. If you feel that doubt, go with your gut and check it out. So I would have checked it out, some at least.
described it feeling like you were hit with a sledgehammer. Did you consider taking your own life?
Many times. The consultant said to me once, cystic fibrosis.
Dude, you're a millionaire. I mean, I get it. Yeah, she fooled you. She was sleeping around. It's not your kids. You're upset. But dude, you got money, and I don't know. I know they say money and everything, but I mean, you don't need her. Like, just keep it moving. You don't need anything. I mean, enjoy the rest of your life. Enjoy your money. You know, don't worry about, like, I don't know. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's what I would have done. I don't know. I can't
Kicks
answer.
in, and I'm one of the oldest people in the UK with cystic fibrosis, and probably the oldest person ever that I know of to be diagnosed with
The
it.
average death is 41, and most children die of it a lot younger, like his sister as well, at 29.
Well, I mean, this was sad, to find out that I mean, but women do this all the time, and the fact that he's a millionaire, he can bounce back and move on. And I'm not saying that it's okay. What she did is definitely not okay. But for a situation like this, I feel like if and plus he already got somebody else in his life. I mean, you can't have kids. That's not your fault. That's not her fault. Just move on, live your life, enjoy it to the fullest, take trips, do whatever makes you happy, at that point, but don't allow this to destroy and take away from what you've done all this time. You've taken care of the boys. If they want you in their life, you can still support them, be there for them, but take care of yourself and enjoy your life. At that point, I feel like he should be selfish in some sense. So, but I'm gonna leave this video here. Guys, if you like this type of videos, hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and hit this subscribe button. Hit the notification bell to receive any videos that we've done. And Any comments? Let me know what you think. What would you have done if you were a millionaire and you found out the three sons that you've raised, after being married for 20 years or how many years, what would you have done in that case, apart from killing the mother? So let's just stay away from that negative stuff. But I mean, you could tell me, but I'm just talking about killing. Don't, if anything you would have done other than that, let me know. All right. So until next time, guys, thanks for watching.